Again, happy Thanksgiving. I hope your family had as good a time as our family did. In fact, here's a picture of last night's feast as I believe it was about 18 people gathered around the table and shared our turkey and our ham and all the dressing and everything. It was a wonderful evening. But I then came home this morning, Friday morning, and I did some more work on this. I'm going to call it a retirement dividend portfolio. I started out with 25 stocks and then started doing some research on them and actually brought it down to 16, did some more research and more refining, and came up with a portfolio of 10 stocks that would give me an average rate of return of 12.8%. And that is if I just put it in and leave it there and let it run. And that might be what I in fact do. So what I actually did was then go through each of the stocks and do some research on how safe their dividends are, what kind of growth their dividends have had over the prior 5 years, and then looked at their PE ratios and the fundamentals of the stocks. So this is a buy 10 stocks and hold them. And I expect with that I'll get a 12.8% annual rate of return. So let's take a look at how I refined this down to the 10 stocks and see if this fits your investment strategy and if it's something that you'd like to be a part of. Because what I'm going to do is continually update this such that I reevaluate anything and everything that's going on and then adjust my investments accordingly. Again, this is not financial advice.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, here again is the sheet that the Excel spreadsheet that I put together and that I'll put on my website so that you can have access to it anytime you want. And as I show here, I started out with the 25 stocks. These are the same 25 stocks that I showed you yesterday. And then for my convenience, what I do is color code it. What I've actually added is some things here. The safety of the dividend. Again, this is drawn from the data that I've had, that I have access to. And so then I broke them down to those stocks that appealed to me and felt safe and felt that this was something I would want to invest in. I've highlighted them in yellow, and kind of the overall theme of it is a stock that had a yield in excess of 9%, then also had a good ranking, either a 1 or a 2, showed some 5-year growth, and then some dividend safety. So this is a composite of about 5 different sources of information that I have access to, that I have paid for, and then to refine it down. So that brought it down to 16 stocks. And as you can see, those 16 stocks gave me an 11.4 rate of return on dividends. I then refined it even further and brought it down to 10 stocks, and that brought the dividend up to 12.8%. And as you can see, there are some issues here that I had to overlook, such as here we have a D- on safety, but at the same time, I have a 21% growth in dividends over the last 5 years. So I'm not sure exactly what the D- indicates. But also it has a 26% rate of return, so that made it very, very attractive. Some of them I don't have access to. It didn't give me a safety number, but basically, other than that, I tried to stay within the C or better. And then I came over here and looked at the growth of the dividends. Some of them have a 0 growth, and that's probably, and I'll dig into that deeper, because they just don't have the history, but do have a substantial rate of return that made them very attractive. So this portfolio gives me a 12.8%. What I would do at this point, I'm sitting in about 60% cash, so I'll take part of that cash, maybe 10% of it, and put it into these stocks. As you can see, I show when the dividends are going to be paid. When you see something like September, that means that that dividend is probably going to be paid 4 months from the September as well. Well, most of these I could probably get in right at this time. So that's how I went about putting this together, and I want to make it available to you. It will be on our website, bestofusinvestors.com, and you'll come there and you'll sign up for our platinum level access to information. That'll give you access to this as well as my cheat sheets. It will give you access to our swing trading platform, which is directed by Mark. And then it will also give you access to any trade alerts. And what that means is anytime I buy or sell anything, you will get a text or an email, depending on what you provide us with, and you'll know exactly what I'm doing. So if I start using this as an example, if I see something changes or the data that I have access to changes, I'll then alert you that I'm selling this stock, or I'm buying that stock, or I'm adding that stock to our portfolio, whether it be the dividend portfolio, the BUS 10, the BUS 12, or the BUS 13. These are all portfolios that I've put together based on my belief of which stocks are going to benefit most from the advent of artificial intelligence, machine learning, synthetic biology, genome sequencing, and the major changes that are going to happen in our world over the next 3 to 10 years. So that's how I manage my portfolio. If it sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, if you'd like to share in the data that I have available and the research that I and my team do on these stocks, come join us, and that involves getting on the bus and becoming a part of our tribe. Now, also as a part of that is we have what we call our Friday Stock Talk. And our Friday Stock Talk is a Zoom call where we come together, where you can ask questions. You don't have to wait for the Friday Stock Talk. We also have a Discord, and I and Mark and Trent each keep office hours on that Discord so that you can ask questions and we fire back answers on a regular and scheduled basis. So that's what Best of Us Investors is all about. We're having a good time of it because we're actually putting together a team. I get emails on a regular basis from the over 1,000 people that are part of our team, making suggestions and feeding me information so I can share it with you. Okay? Again, the way for you to access this is to get on the bus.